What's going on, guys? It's Eric. Welcome to the video. I want to talk to you guys about something. I basically was talking with Dirt Broke, I don't know, it was like a week ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. We were just bologna sandwiching, and I don't know, I just thought of this, or we kind of thought of it together. We talked about it, but just kind of an interesting way to think that I think I am very... my opinion on it is a lot different than other people. But so anyways, here goes. So the reason that I would never buy, well, I wouldn't say I would never buy a brand new truck, but the reason that it doesn't appeal to me is because, basically the reason that it appeals to people is because people don't want problems, and if they have a problem, they want the warranty. But for me, I would rather, because I have a network of people that work on my stuff, and when I have a problem, I call them all up. There's about 5 of them, and I say, this is my problem, what do you think? And then they think about it, they tell me what they think, and then I kind of go with, who I believe, what makes the most sense to me, or what is the cheapest thing first, and then I kind of work my way through the problem. And I feel like whether you have a new truck or you have a used truck, there's a chance that both of them are going to give you major problems or little headache problems. And especially if you're buying a new truck, there's an unknown. If you're buying a used truck and you buy it from somebody that you know, or that you have a history with, or you see the truck going, or if it has an engine in it that you have 3 other engines that are all the same, or the transmissions are all the same, then there's quirks to those engines, and there's tested time where, like right now, I have a truck that keeps on throwing the belt. Well, one of my mechanics is like a specialist with Detroit, the 60 series and the newer ones, because he works at a Freightliner dealership full time. So I was just talking to him about the hell that I've been going through with my Western Star recently, and it keeps on throwing a belt. And then, well, actually, I've been busy, and it just, whatever. I know that he's busy and stuff like that, so I haven't really bothered to talk to him. But right off the bat, he told me that it was the tensioner it's known for throwing belts. When everything's spinning and it keeps on doing it, it's the tensioner. He's like pretty much 100% sure that that's what it is. Like, it's just what it is. If it does that, that's what it is. With a new truck, there's no history. That engine might be the same, but there's always changes. But my main reason for not wanting a new truck is because if you are like me and you have less than 10 trucks or less than 20 trucks, and you buy brand new trucks from a dealership does not care about you because you are a good client to theirs. They don't give a crap about you for that. They're not going to drop everything and work with you. Now, if you take care of the people around you and you support them because they support you, they actually are going to care about you and sometimes drop what they're doing so that they can help you keep running. And in my experience, that's what's more important, is when you have downtime, how fast can you get back up and running and get a solution. So, like, crazy things that have happened, I'll just give you one example of a crazy thing that happened to me a couple years ago. I was working on a Saturday, which I very seldomly do, just to generate some extra income, some Saturday income. It's like all profit, almost, like, for me, especially if I'm driving. So I do that, and I'm out. It's the first load of the day. I'm on the highway, and I blow a turbo. I had no idea what the hell blowing a turbo was like, but I didn't know what was going on, other than I thought the engine had blown up and possibly the truck was going to start on fire. But what ended up happening was, called these guys that I always call, talk to them about whatever, and we figured out it was the turbo. By Monday, Monday morning, the truck was running. I got the turbo on Saturday. We as in the guy took it apart on Saturday night and put it back together on Sunday morning. And the whole thing, including the price of the turbo, was less than $1,000, like quite a bit less than $1,000. So parts and labor. So what I'm basically saying is if I had a brand new truck, the turbo's probably not going to go out. But if something does happen, like let's just say that you have a brand new truck and you for some reason might have an issue with the electronics or a sensor or something like that, it might take 3 days for a dealership to get your truck into the shop to then tell you that they need the parts on back order. And then, or maybe the part isn't on back order. Maybe it only takes a day. But what I'm basically saying is if my truck would break down and I towed it to a dealership on a Saturday, they wouldn't even look at it till Monday. Even if they could get the part done on Monday. Now, I've had things break down and I didn't really get it done like that. The stars didn't align like that. But the main thing is that for me and what I do, I have more options. I am local, so that helps out a lot, I will say. But even if I was doing over the road, I would prefer to have like a time-tested, good, reliable, older truck. And then, I would build a network in my area wherever my route was. I'd create a relationship. Maybe if every night I was staying in in Illinois, which is a terrible example, but for me that's close to where I'm at. So if I always go there, maybe I would make it a point to get my oil changes always done at a place. So, and then treat them good, somehow get them to like me. And if I didn't have a good relationship or a good rapport with them, then I'd find somewhere else to go. But it's almost to the point where you just spend money on little things so you can figure out where you can have a rapport built up with someone for when something happens, that they have your back. You're not looking for a big dealership. You don't want a big dealership. You want a small mom and pop shop that can service you, and get what you need done. That gets you, not a dealership. So I hope that helps. It's just a way that I think, and a lot of people think, they're buying a new truck because they don't want problems. For me, especially, like I say, because I'm local, I have problems. Even when you have new trucks and trailers, you're gonna have problems. But I would much rather, it's a pain for me to ever go to a dealership. Like, I bought a computer to read my trucks so that I don't have to get them diagnosed. It's just like, you gotta go there, you gotta wait, you gotta be disrespected while you wait, then you gotta have someone pick you up. It's just, I'd much rather just stick with the guys that I know that treat me good. I'll treat them good, and we'll get things accomplished in a way more timely manner when you're not dealing with huge corporate groups that just don't care about you unless you have a huge fleet of trucks. So, all right, hope that helped. Love to hear your comments, and we'll see you on the next one.